Senegal, the beautiful African nation situated in the western region of Africa, is known for many things. Jollof rice, sorry to Ghana, Nigeria. Lake Recta, also known as the Pink Lake. Musical icons such as Akon, Youssou N'Dour, and also being winners of the African Cup of Nations in the year 2021. But there's also one other thing that Senegal is known for, and that is Lake Guiers. Lake Guiers is the largest freshwater lake in Senegal, located in the far northern region of the country. It spans about 7.5 kilometers wide and over 35 kilometers long. Now, one may say, what's so special about this lake? It's just a body of water. Great question. Let's briefly go over some of its benefits. It's used for local consumption, supplies water for sugar refineries, livestock rearing, rice fields, and more. However, this has caught the attention of people outside of Senegal. According to a 2023 Bloomberg article titled A Global Hunt for Water Profits Risk Draining Cities Dry, African Agriculture Holdings Inc., also known as AAGR, is at the center of controversy given that there has been an alleged excessive use of water supply from Lake Guiers in order to produce alfalfa in the continent of Africa, specifically in Senegal, which is then meant to be sent to the UAE or Saudi Arabia. According to AAGR's official website, part of the mission statement is, and I quote, with 60% of the world's remaining arable land, Africa stands as a powerhouse of untapped resources, offering abundant sunshine, plentiful rain, and fertile soil. Would this be considered exploitation, or is it just another day in business? Let's discuss the leadership of AAGR. As of February 2025, the enterprise value is over $12 million. Now, that is quite impressive. However, you don't get to that level without having individuals behind the scenes who are well equipped to understand business. That is where we will discuss the founder of AAGR. Frank Timmis, a Romanian Australian entrepreneur who currently lives in Switzerland, is the founder of this company. The 61-year-old businessman, however, does have a bit of a controversial business history. From convictions of selling heroin in the 90s, allegedly, to misleading investors, to his British-led company named Regal and being forced to resign. Citing the Financial Review and Bloomberg, we're going to take a look at Frank Timmis's business history. In 1997, he sold the right of the gold mine company, Rosia Montana, to Gabriel Resources. In 2003, he resigned as chairman and CEO after failing to disclose his heroin convictions. In 2011, he founded African Minerals, but there was a major issue. Years down the line, Alex Azapov, who was the CEO, was let go after questioning the company irregularity business dealings in Niger. With more business dealings in the continent of Africa, an Australian listed company associated with Timmis owed more than $1 million in exploration fees owed to Niger in 2014. Alex Azapov disapproved of paying them in the manner to which they had evidently grown accustomed to. $50,000 wire transfers to an unknown law firm in the island of Jersey, and a $10,000 hand drop-off to officials of Niger. If this was indeed the transaction between Niger and the corporation, one could only imagine the problems that could come from someone saying, hey, we don't want to do this, or I don't want to be a part of this, which can cause a lot of issues down the line. To allegedly restore its relationship with Niger, Timmis decided to recruit Sergei Matviv. According to evidence provided in court, Matviv orchestrated Azapov's termination due to the Director General of Niger's Oil Ministry's refusal to work with him. The following year, Azapov filed a whistleblower lawsuit citing wrongful termination. After an intense court battle, Azapov was awarded £1.7 million in 2018. In 2012, a Timmis associated company titled Petro Tim Ltd gained control of 2 offshore blocks worth billions of dollars, signed off from former Senegalese president Abdoulaye Wade and his son Karim Wade before the company was even established. According to the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, aka OCCRP, this situation entails government officials allegedly making $22,000 a month, listed as consultants for local subsidiaries with ties back to Timis, thousands of dollars paid out for undisclosed purposes, and to the sale of big oil and gas blocks to a big oil company, BP, and its partner, Cosmos Energy. Concluding Frank Timis's business history would be considered a bit alarming given his professional and personal endeavors. Outside of corporate properties, this natural body of water's overusage is not only affecting lives, politics, and business, it's also taking a toll on wildlife. Ndile Special Wildlife Reserve is a freshwater wetlands with access to Lake Guiers. It is also internationally recognized by many admirers of nature, researchers, and Ramsar site, which identifies wetlands of international importance. It is also a UNESCO Man and Biosphere Reserve with strengthened relationships between people and the environment. It is also home to several rare and endangered species. Challenges due to human interaction has now caused little floodwater, so animals are diminishing. Local communities have also been impacted as their livestock are no longer producing the equity it once was. As of 2024, Senegalese government officials met to discuss water supply funding with an estimation of $2.74 billion needed to provide access to clean water. A statement captured by Ecofin Agency reads as follows: the Minister of Hydraulics and Sanitation will ensure that, in line with the principle of territorial equity, all communities near Lake Guiers and areas along the planned water pipelines under the Grand Water Transfer and other water transfer projects from captured fields to major cities are supplied with potable water. Although this is definitely a great step heading towards the right direction, only time can tell if these discussions, proposals, and budgets and meetings will actually come to fruition. Although this video is primarily focused on Senegal and Lake Guiers, who's to say that a situation like this could not also happen in another African country? It's no secret that Africa, also known as the motherland, is home of so many natural resources known and unknown to man. But there is a difference between being able to profit and pocketing all of this money, as opposed to profiting and ensuring that the base of whatever you're profiting from is not also making things difficult for those in local communities. We also have to take into account climate change, which has already impacted Lake Guiers in more ways than one. But there are other items that climate change can also affect, such as hotter temperatures, severe storms, drought, loss of species, less food, poverty, and displacement. As of 2025, there isn't much news regarding Lake Guiers, which would make sense, given that we're only 2 months into the year. However, in the near future, I do foresee to be more updates regarding Lake Guiers and the impacts of human interaction, regardless of who's involved and how it's impacting not only these natural bodies of water, but the people who live in these surrounding areas. With Senegal's current president, Bassirou Diomaye Faye, it'll be interesting to see what his administration would do with matters concerning water supply. Or with Saudi Arabia, with a last reported GDP of over $1 trillion, and the UAE with a last reported GDP of over $500 billion will still have access to alfalfa production by using water from Lake Guiers. Once again, only time can tell. So with that, I'll leave you with this quote from an English literature professor at Sheikh Anta Diop University. Extracting resources and leaving Africans with no food and no future is exactly what happened in colonial times, end quote. So I'll ask again, is it just business or is it exploitation? Thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.